Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a reading for Pisces. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I'm merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. Okay. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's the Priestess. Very interesting. It's a lovely way to begin a reading. And the Lover's card and the Ace of Cups. Wow, this is nice. If there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. We're going to finish up Path of the Serpent here. This is shocking. I'm kind of surprised by all of this energy that we have here. It's all really, really positive energy. It seems like really divinely guided energy and a real union of something, a real union of love, of energy, of just bliss and happiness and success and hard work and abundance and manifestation. Let's do our mystery card. We're going to use the Waite-Smith deck for our mystery card here. And this is the card we're just going to set aside. We're not going to look at it until the end. We'll put the alien on top. And hopefully, at the end of the reading, that will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. So we've got major, 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 major. Double major for our first two cards. That's amazing. Lovers and the Priestess energy. We've got fire. We've got a little bit of air. We've got some water. We've got some earth. And yeah, this looks really, really amazing. I think really important things are happening in your life right now. The first thing is this Priestess card. This card represents a message coming from the letter G, right? G, capital G, God, Goddess. It could be another G in your life if there is anyone else significant to you. Physical or non-physical intelligences that have the letter G, if that's significant. There is a major message for you. There is something that Spirit is trying to get through to you. It has to do with this Lover's card. It has to do with your choices, okay? I think Spirit is trying to tell you that you have to make the right decision. You have to choose the path that is going to unite you with what you love. Okay? And I guess in order to do that, we have to figure out what we love. You know? I feel like Spirit is urging you to follow your heart, follow your bliss, follow this Ace of Cups that's down here beneath the surface. It's what you know to be true. This is within you. And it could be that we've been trying to deny it. We see this Four of Swords here in the position of what you don't want, right? So this kind of is telling me that you're trying to kind of, you know what you should be choosing, you know what your heart's telling you, but you're trying to just do what other people think is the right thing or what you assume you should be doing. Rather than doing this. This is what you really, really, really want. And what I see is that this Four of Swords, you denying yourself, kind of. It's you choosing to not listen to your heart is only going to result in failure, right? A lot of hard work, a lot of labor, things are going to be a lot tougher than they need to be. Because I feel like these cards right here are kind of, they're in an alignment right there. If you don't follow your heart and instead you try to do what you think is going to make other people happy or what other people might expect of you, etc., it's not going to work out. You're going to be unhappy. So I feel we have two aces. We have the fire and water, right? And this could be, talking about these two opposites. It could be you and maybe another person, whatever it is that you are so in love with, that you know in your heart is who or what you really want to be with or do, what you really want to marry yourself to and commit to. Could be a certain job, certain career, a certain major at university, anything like that. You really have your heart set on something, but for one reason or the other, you think that you have to choose something else. And really, to me, that's heartbreaking, It could be that the two of you seem like you're from opposite sides of the track, that you're just too different, that maybe even if it's a subject in school or a major or a career, you've got this idea that you don't really fit in, that you're too different from, that organization, that career, that field, that other person or their family maybe. So there's some reason why there's opposition here. Okay, but Spirit is telling you to do it. Follow your heart, follow your bliss. Otherwise, it's not, you think it might be easier to just do what everyone else wants you to do. In the long run, it's going to be a lot of extra work because eventually you're going to get back here anyway. I feel like it's part of your fate or your destiny. Yes, we still have free will. We can choose not to go this route and instead do what we think is expected of us or whatever it is exactly. But if it really is your destiny, you're going to come back around to this at some point anyway. But by constantly resisting it and trying to kind of do the opposite, we're making it a lot more difficult on ourselves, right? Instead of a straight shot here to bliss and happiness and this union with what you truly desire, instead we're going this really long and arduous route to get to the same place in the end, Trying to fight against it is making it a lot worse, a lot more difficult. And I think that we've got some other issues going on. I don't know where to put those, maybe right there. Up above everything, we have this figure. This is the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Princess of Pentacles down here. I wonder if this is I feel like this is an older masculine energy in your life. Could be a father figure, could be a grandpa, could be an older sibling, could be a spouse or something too, an older friend maybe. But I feel like they have a very traditional way of doing things. They've always had the same routine. Their parents had the same routine. Not very creative, not very innovative, but very hardworking. And just kind of expects the same from everyone around them. Doesn't want anything to be out of the ordinary. Doesn't want anyone to push any envelopes. You can't color outside the lines, right? That kind of person. And I feel like in some way they have some kind of authority over you or an influence over you, right? Maybe not authority. I say authority because we've got Emperor in your environment, okay? So I do feel like there's somebody who's trying to have this authority over you, or maybe even that you feel like you have to kind of make them happy, that you kind of have to acquiesce to their desires or their plans for you. That sounds silly even as I'm saying it. But I feel like there's some relationship here, and it could be, it could be a father type energy. Could be pop, grandpop, something. An uncle, someone older. I feel like they expect certain things from you as far as your ambitions, your career choices, your school choices. Maybe it's you wanting to do something creative. They want you to do something productive. You want to be an artist. They want you to be, a lawyer, something like that. And that could be this fire-water opposition that we see. But in some ways, you feel like you have to kind of follow in this person's footsteps a little bit. You know, that maybe it is kind of this generational thing where it's like, well, I guess I've got to go, I don't know, be a farmer too or something. Whatever the tradition kind of is. I feel like we are almost, we feel an obligation to it, you know. I feel like it's going to be unhappy. I feel like it's not going to lead to your success and fulfillment. You know, I feel like it's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a really arduous journey to get back to what we want anyway. Because at some point in your life, this is going to be irresistible. You know, this yearning, this desire, this calling, what you feel in your heart is not going to go away. We may try to ignore it. We may try to commit ourselves to other things and try to bypass this deep feeling. But eventually, we're going to come back to it anyway. Okay? So the Emperor in your environment is both of these things. It's you feeling that someone else has the authority over you, or that you have to, for some reason, obey someone's wishes or follow in these footsteps or kind of do the traditional thing. But this card is also saying that, look, you need to assert your own control over your life. Okay? Be the emperor of your own kingdom, your own realm. And with the Four of Swords here, it's interesting because the Emperor is the fourth mystery of the tarot. And here we have the Four of Swords. So this is really a direct link between these two cards. And this is saying, look, you need to take responsibility for your choices and to do what is right for you and your life, and not try to acquiesce to someone else's wishes or demands or their expectations of you in this kind of a life-changing thing. These are your choices. This is your future, you know. So you have to take responsibility for these swords, right? And you have to assert your control over that, that I don't even know what term to use, really. You know, obedience, I guess. I don't like that. I don't like that term. I guess over your acceptance of the situation as it is, and the trying to silence what you really know. Like this energy over here is really strong energy. It is major arcana. This is Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. This is really, really strong energy. This is irresistible, really, you know? But you might try to resist it. And I think that's going to just, obviously, Seven of Discs. It's not going to work out. You're not going to be able to ignore this for too long. This is a very strong force in you. And Spirit is telling you to make the decision to unite this fire and water, to do what you know in your heart and in your spirit is right for you, what you want to do, what you are yearning for, what your dream is, right? What if this is a subject in school, a career choice, whatever it might be, right? You can't just automatically default to doing what's expected to you generationally because of family influences or whatever. No, you have to make your choice, follow your heart, follow your bliss. And what that will result in is this sun energy. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, shining card. Free, open, cheerful, confident, radiant. This is who you're meant to be. You're not meant to just kind of be here, just kind of, you know, stuck on the farm, doing the same thing that your parents did and their parents did and their parents did. Your path is to fulfill your nature. Maybe it's part of your nature to be on the farm and to fulfill the same obligations that your parents did and their parents and their parents. It could be. But I don't think so. Because if it was, there wouldn't be this opposition. And Spirit wouldn't be having to get this message through to you. There'd be no message. It would just be, you're doing it already, right? So there wouldn't really be a reading right now. So I think we have to really begin this kind of examination of ourselves. And we have to really try to invoke this Emperor energy in us to take charge of our lives, even if that means we have to break with tradition, break with what our family or society or whatever expect us to do, right? It's okay to be uniquely you. I think we've been building up to this for a few weeks now, and I think it all is really kind of coming to a head right now. I feel like you are being asked by Spirit to make this decision. And I don't think this is a decision that can really wait. I think the longer we wait, the more difficulty we're going to have kind of, getting this thing resolved. And the Sun card is a really great card to end with. We still have the Mystery card, but this is showing that you are stepping into your own. You are shining by your own light, right? You're not just kind of standing in the shadow of someone else or reflecting their light. No, you're standing on your own, reflecting your own light. And this is important. This is the significant message here. That as much as you maybe don't really want to or don't feel like you are able or capable or whatever to shine on your own light and stand out in front on your own, I think that's what you need to do, and I think that's what Spirit is asking of you. Let's look at the Mystery card now. Thank you, Alien. I don't know what this could be. I'd like to see a balance of this air energy, because we do have, it's kind of the difficulty getting control over this air energy where we just kind of want to do the easy thing. So maybe if we have some sort of assertive air energy, maybe a 3, even in this case, a 3 of Swords wouldn't be bad. Something showing some activity. I'd settle for a 6 of Swords, I think. 6 of Swords might be even better. Well, let's see. Let's see what this is. Well, it's a 9 of Cups. So this is cool too. I like this one. And this really is showing the full attainment of this. Your Holy Grail, your Ace of Cups, your ultimate happiness. 9 of Cups. We're taking this, the seed of this, the start of this. You're choosing to go and follow your heart and follow your bliss. And you know what? It pays off. 9 of Cups. You're going to be doing what makes you happy. You're going to feel every moment like you've made the right decision, that you're on the right path, and you're doing the right thing. And this is a very powerful card. It's the full expression of that Ace of Cups. It's saying you're taking a chance on this ace. You're listening to Spirit, you're uniting, you're following your heart, following your bliss, and it pays off. It pays off in happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction, because you are being true to yourself and you're finding your own identity. You're living your own identity. You're standing out on your own as the shining sun that you are. And I think that's significant for you. And at this time in your life, I think you are being called on to make this decision right now. I want to do one thing before we end this reading. I want to do one random card from this is an Jing deck. It has all the 64 hexagrams on it. My wife found this at a used bookstore recently and picked this up for me, and I just find it amazing. I know it's not the traditional way to cast an Jing hexagram, but I think it really ties in nicely with this channel, and hopefully it'll give us some good wisdom. So I'm going to select one hexagram randomly and see what kind of advice the Jing might have for us regarding this situation. Does Spirit have another way in which to convey this message to us? Let's find out what we've got here. We've got 48, which is the well. Okay, and this says, moving the city, not moving the well. Without loss, without gain, they come and go, the well wells. Almost reaching, but the rope does not yet draw water from the well. Breaking one's clay jug is a pitfall. Okay, there it is. There's the well. And there's a little vignette on the back. It says, the well, or the source, is independent. You cannot lose it, nor can you grasp onto it. People and experiences come and go. Time passes. The well is always the well. Never doubt that you have these resources or that they are enough. The potential in the situation is undeniable, but it may still be a long way from realization. So what is the ever-present resource you draw from, and what can you do to realize its potential? So the well, obviously, is the Holy Grail, is this Ace of Cups. And this is really a nice confirmation, because this is saying that this Ace of Cups is not going anywhere, right? Doesn't matter what you do, where you go, the work you do, the things you study, where you live, the people you're with. Doesn't matter what changes in the external world, this well is still going to be there in you. As the source, is it going to be the source of your light and your radiance and your joy? Or is it going to be the source of your discontent? Right? And that's exactly what we've been talking about. This feeling is not going to go away. You follow your bliss or you don't, but the Ace of Cups is still going to be there. That's the source of you. That is what is in your depths, and it's not going anywhere. So I really like this I Ching card, and I think it applies very well to the situation right now. And let me know what you think of these cards. I want to start using more of these. I think they're nice. Kind of a little I Ching oracle at the end of the readings, you know. Anyway, we are going to do an extended, and I would like for you to check that out. Just click up here. You'll have access to all of the extended readings, not just for Pisces, but for all of the zodiac signs. I really hope this resonates with you. I hope you'll leave me some comments and let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you feel about all of this energy here. Thank you for taking this journey with me, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.